Hi, today I'll be discussing the benefits of using social media platforms for students. Today's presentation will discuss a brief description of what social media is, the most used social media platforms in today's generation, the benefits of using social media for students, and lastly, my personal experiences using social media platforms. So what is social media? Social media can be defined as any websites and/or applications that enable users to create, share, and view content on. The most popular and often used social media platforms in today's generation include, but are not limited to, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now on to the most important part of this presentation, the benefits of using social media for students. The first The first benefit is that students are enabled to network and develop connections with other individuals via the internet. Secondly, students can develop their own brand and promote themselves. Lastly, students can utilize social media platforms as an educational tools where they can improve upon skills and become more knowledgeable. Now on to the first benefit of social media, networking. Networking involves establishing relationships with individuals who will often become your colleagues and friends as you go through your job or your educational career. They will be able to help you advance your career in many different ways, just as you may be able to help them advance theirs. Individuals to network include family, friends, roommates, significant others, school facilities, fellow students, alumni, past and present coworkers, and the list could go on. Through social media platforms, students are enabled to connect with other individuals within their region as well as around the world. They can also develop friendships, relationships, etc., that can be of value for future opportunities. Lastly, they are able to discuss and learn about organizations from partners, owners, employers, and employees. The second benefit of using social media for students is self-branding. Self-branding, or commonly known as personal branding, is the practice of individuals marketing themselves, their careers, and their talents as brands. Students can develop social media platforms that can help promote themselves and their talent. These social media platforms will help distinguish students as public figures with distinct skills that will open a window full of opportunities for them. The last advantage of social media is that it can be used as an educational tool by students. An educational tool can be defined as anything that will aid to an individual's education. Students can share their views, tips, tricks, as well as view those from other individuals such as students, professors, friends, and family. They are able to access, analyze, and retain a plethora of information found on social media sites such as Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. They can also take part in a lot of study groups for their designated school that can be found on social media sites such as Facebook. Lastly, they can search for YouTube videos on challenging topics. Now on to my personal experiences using social media platforms. I use two particular social media platforms in terms of my networking. I use Facebook and Instagram. In the summer before my first year of university, I realized there was a study group dedicated to my program of study titled 10 Rogers School of Management 2019, so I decided to take part in it. Through this group, I was able to develop long-term friendships and connections with many individuals in my program. As an upcoming individual in the online beauty industry, I use Instagram to connect with a lot of individuals as well as organizations that share the same interest as me. One particular instance is when I contacted a company via Instagram to learn about their affiliation program. This company goes by the name of Dodo Lashes, and through several conversations and the goal of networking, I am now a successful brand affiliate with this program. In terms of self-branding, I use 3 particular social media platforms, which include YouTube, Instagram, and Tumblr. In January of this year, I developed a YouTube channel dedicated to makeup videos such as tutorials and how-tos. I've also developed an Instagram profile that showcases my makeup work and helps build my clientele. I've also created a Tumblr blog where I post journals and advice regarding lifestyle tips that can be of use for younger girls. In terms of using social media platforms as an educational tool, I often use YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Whenever I'm having difficulties with a certain topic, I go on YouTube and view their how-to videos and tutorials. Whenever I want to explore and learn more about businesses in my industry, I go on Instagram to see different posts. I use Twitter to connect with educators that post tips and information. Lastly, I use Facebook to partake in study groups as well as view posts, pictures, and videos. In conclusion, when using social media platforms effectively and efficiently, there are many advantages for students. Thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you guys learned some tips and tricks as to how to use social media effectively.